Let's go. I love you. Do 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 do. Right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna mess with stuff. Let's see. Ooh, let's do Victorian outfits. Because we can. And fairy tales, because why not? Do 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 do. Woo! Okay. What? Damian B costume? Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Yeah, this is you can manage trigger warnings. Block, allow. Allow same seat character selection? I don't know what that means, but okay. We're gonna play with different outfits, cause I can. Let's go. Do 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 do. Oh, let's make sure that I am heard. Yes, it is coming through. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. We'll turn the background music up a little bit so we can hear the cool beats. Let's play, let's play. Yes, we know all of this. Escape. Where's my escape key? Let's enter. Let's see, who do we want to play this time? Wait. We could be the Pink Pony Express. Or this cutie. Or my favorite Oz. Or the pumpkin spice cutie. We could be Zoe. Could be whoever this is. Or, ooh, we could be Bob the Blob. Or this little octopus stuffy, who's apparently named Noodles. Mr. Noodles! Or this Triclops chick. Violet or Mommy Me. She's an Oni. I kind of want to be Bob the Blob. Doug. No, he is Bob the Blob. Bob! Bob. Spectacular. Coloring Hawaiian shirt. Coral comb, a multi-tool. Drinkle and Griffin pasta. Scott snacks. Swole floaties. Very strong bug repellent. A sketchbook. Yeah. And ooh, let's see. Sure, swole floaties, why not? Whee! Let's skip this. All right. Found it. There we go. We're going to aim for either Damian or Aaravi and Hex, because those are the only two we haven't tried to romance yet. Breaking the ice. Breaking the ice. Let's see. Efficient farming, saving the world, being popular, raising succulents. Crimes! Very anime workouts. Ooh, very anime workouts or crimes? My favorite hobby. It's Bob. It's Bob. Let's do some very anime workouts. Dahlia, no! Uh-huh. No! I mean, I guess we can try for Dahlia, because I failed last time. So much to explore! Let's go swimming with those swole floaties! Got a heart in there. Treasure map! more fun. Yay! Dolly is messing around in front of her tent. Oh, bear traps with swipers, no swiping. She stepped on one of her own bear traps. How else can I improve my fortress away from fortress? Bob! Help me! Okay. Badge thieves, huh? Okay, then. Brainstorm while she's punching bear traps. How can we ward off Monster Scout badge thief? I'm gonna say make a scarecrow out of the corpse of a previous robber. Yes! I was wondering what I was gonna do with old Stinko here. Of course he's Stinko. He stinks. Corpses tend to stink. I've only smelled one corpse, and it was a deer that had not popped yet. That was an experience. Oh no! It says it's working, though. Oh, you can hear me. I thought you said you can't hear me. I was like, I already checked that! No! Ooh, she pulled out a dead guy. You're not sure if his name was Stinko before, but it definitely is now. I told you, corpses stink, you guys. I hope not. If you think a dead rotting corpse doesn't stink, you've clearly never smelled a dead rotting corpse before. Actually, if you have ever roomed with a person who has not bathed in months, you know what a rotting corpse smells like, because that is the smell of death. It's bad. I used to genuinely think that was the smell of dead rodents, because we would find dead bats in my stage crew class in weird spots in the backstage areas. They would get stuck back there. They'd come in and they'd get stuck and they would die. And I had a classmate who spent the whole weekend there working on stuff. And she smelled like that. I thought it was the smell of dead bats. It was not. It was the smell of unwashed person. So I will forever conflate the two smells. He was trying to rob my tent earlier today. He asked to borrow some sunscreen, and I said sure, but then I realized it could be all a clever ruse to steal my badges, so I stabbed him just to be safe. Good thing I earned the Arts and Crafts and Rotting Biomatter badge last week. Let's make a scarecrow. Fake fangs, fake blood, real blood donated by Stinko. A butcher's knife, a pitchfork, a real fork, a spork, the scariest of all cutlery because of its unpredictability. This is kind of fun. I think I have some glitter left over from my army's attack on the fourth circle, Pride. And here's some cool sunglasses I took from a different guy I killed. The fourth circle of hell is Pride. And it's got glitter. So chic. Your scarecrow project turns into a big game of dress-up, which eventually ends with a fashion show where you drag Stinko down a runway and make him pose dramatically. Now give me fierce! Heck yeah, let's see your game face! Work those rigor mortised calves, Stinko! I love it. This is the most fashionable guy I've ever killed. No one will ever try to rob me now. Thanks for your help, Bob. I'm Bob the Blob, by the way, love. I'm Bob the Blob. Apparently his actual name is Doug, but I renamed him Bob. He is a sentient gelatinous cube that is not a cube anymore. He is a person-shaped gelatinous mound. Tally's right about everybody avoiding her tent. Stinko, in addition to looking fly, sure attracts a lot of flies. You're pretty sure this whole area is a biohazard now. It is. And a crime scene. Who cares? Dolly is so cute when she gets into a project. Stinko gains plus 10 fashion, but minus all life, and you gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. Do. Banjos. Let's go get lost in the woods. Aw, look at my pigeon friends. They're so cute. Oh no, I'm hiking and an angry gnome steps into my path. Halt, giant beast, he cries. If it is passage you seek, you must first answer my riddles 3. Riddle number 1. How is a raven like a writing desk? That's a tough call, but you give your answer. You punt the gnome into the sky and continue on your merry way. Yep. Apparently that was the correct response because nobody else tries to screw with you. Yep. Bah. You're recovering from that interaction when Dahlia almost tramples you with her rock-hard calves. Oh, hey, Bob. I didn't see you beyond the majestic silhouette of my own flexing muscles. I've got to stay in top physical condition if I'm ever going to earn my FBI agent badge before the end of the summer. That is a different kind of badge, Dahlia, honey. Another Dahlia's in the vicinity? Oh. Oh. It's just... right. What are you looking at, Bob? I'm flexing my quads right now. You should be looking at... me? Who are you, stranger who looks almost exactly like me? Explain yourself at once. I don't look like you. You look like me because I'm Dahlia Aquino. Rawr, rawr, rawr. You're not me. I am. You lack the necessary muscles. On the contrary, since I'm the real Dahlia Aquino, the real Dahlia Aquino looks like this. And since you don't look like this... I'm the imposter? But how could I be? Am I such a master of disguise that I have fooled even myself? No, you're not a master of disguise, but I am! Counselor Flodge! Hi, kids. It's me all along! You couldn't tell because I was wearing a mask. Wow. Alas, my flawless blue skin and extreme handsomeness render me totally unfit for undercover work. Why, even if I posed as a contestant in a beauty pageant in order to stop a domestic terror plot in a fun-filled romp starring Sandra Bullock, I'd likely render myself too conspicuous due to winning so hard. Teach me your ways. I am willing to devote all my time to this, eschewing all romantic relationships in the meantime. No! Romance me, dang it! Ooh. A utopian society of buff Smurfs? Or a Dahlia Aquino cosplay contest? Where would she blend in more? So stealthy. Aha! Always change. A true master of disguise always changes their surroundings to match their appearance. No. That's why I always carry around at least 3 life-size statues of myself at all times. You'd make a great disguise instructor. I'm off to kidnap Buff Smurfette and take her place as the sole female citizen of Buff Smurf Village. Well, okay then. Counselor Flodge blends into the scenery by stepping behind one of his life-sized statues. You know, I think this is what happened to that, master, if y'all watched when I played Little Kitty Big City, I think this is what happened to that master magician chameleon. He grew up to become Counselor Flodge. She tracks me down and nearly clotheslines me in her enthusiasm. I've blown Buff Smurf Society wide open. At first I was worried they'd notice I've replaced Buff Smurfette because I'm taller, buffer, have horns, and never say the word Smurf instead of the word I actually want to say. But the others never even noticed the difference. It's like being female prevented them from being able to give even the smallest fraction of a crap about who I was. At first I was delighted at the success of my undercover mission, but then I began to wonder, what if going undercover in Buff Smurf Village wasn't my true mission? What if being undercover was just a cover? That's when I realized the truth. I was an undercover journalist, posing as an undercover officer, posing as a Buff Smurf in order to write an expose of the decade. I published my first-hand experience as an incisive article, critiquing this Buff Smurfette effect and the harm it has done to buff blue women everywhere. Anyway, I should probably go untie Buff Smurfette now and let her go home. My good deed is done. Well, okay then. I have helped to make the world a better place. And did that statue of Counselor Flodge just wink at you? Should I be concerned? Yeah, warm up the bones. Just don't boil, Bob. Milo! We're debating whether or not the human personification of an apple pie would be ENFP or ISFJ. I do not understand what any of that means. I never got into that personality typing nonsense. Yeah. When Dahlia comes crashing into your conversation. Milo, Bob, I need your help with something. I don't want to do helping right now. I had a stressful day reaping the soul of a sobbing child's beloved dog, and I totally broke a nail swiping left on the haters earlier. But I have to go to this event that'll be filled with celebrities and aristocrats, and I have to spend an exorbitant amount of money on a useless trinket to present to the host. Well, you've got me. Spending an exorbitant amount of money on a useless trinket to bring to a socialite event is sort of my specialty. Spill the tea, girl. So the king and queen of the fourth circle of hell just died in a mysterious acid breath related accident. Their son, Acid Breath Aaron, is having his coronation ceremony next week. Okay, seems legit. Every demon who's any demon is going to be there giving gifts to the young king. It's my big chance to impress a potential ally that I can one day brutally betray. But I don't really know what murderous boy king's like. Have you thought about getting him a scented candle that smells like the spiritual concept of beige? No! See? This is exactly why I came to you, Milo. I would never have thought of that in a million years. Yeah, what the heck? A scented candle that smells like the concept of beige? What? Like, I get if it smells purple. Or it tastes blue. That I get. But the concept of beige... that wouldn't smell very good. Neither would any other sane person. Luckily, you know the perfect gift for the little regicidal maniac. A rock, but like a really cool rock, or catchy theme song for the fourth circle of hell. Ooh, yes! How delightfully quaint! The best gift you could possibly give is a gift that comes from the heart. Oh, so like, I should give him a still beating heart I pulled out of somebody's chest? No, you should do the music thing that Bob suggested. Obvi. Aw, fine, but this had better work. Are you guys gonna help me write the song at least?
Hey, darling.
Of course we are, darling. Come on, Bob, let's compose a symphony so beautiful it will move both heaven and hell. Hell, 300 years in the future. A tavern innkeeper is chatting amicably with one of her regulars while she pours him another mug of ale.
Tell me more tales, traveler.
And then after all that, the bug-eyed creep left without even paying his tab. Ha! You really do meet all kinds when you run this little inn.
Yeah, it's a long story.
You said it. Why, I've met even crazier characters amidst my travels. I once spent an evening being regaled with tales from an old peddler from the fourth circle. Really? I've always wanted to visit the fourth circle. I've heard it's quite a prosperous place. Indeed it is, and its prosperity can be traced all the way back to King Aaron the Artistic, who reigned 300 years ago. His kingship would probably have been remembered for his bloodthirstiness were it not for his legacy in creating the fourth circle's lovely national anthem. Let's see, I used to know the words, all hail Aaron, you won't be sharing your crown with your father anytime soon. Glory to Aaron, what else rhymes with Aaron? We'll keep caring for you the whole night through. The rest of the anthem is a 30-minute drum solo that usually ends with an impromptu decapitation. I've got a drum set in the back and a dishwasher I've been meaning to fire anyway. Let's have a round on the house and sing all night. Meanwhile, in the present, Blairin, Grarin, Neosporin. Ugh, what else rhymes with Aaron? I need at least, like, 12 more verses. This is so hard. Wait, I can just end the song with an instrumental break, duh. Never mind, art is easy again because I'm great at everything. These lyrics are certainly something, Dahlia. I can say with full confidence that your gift will make a lasting impression. Excellent. That is the best kind of impression. Milo doesn't respond. They just laugh and give you a meaningful look. That prolonged eye contact with them sustains you for days afterwards. Yeah, because Milo is hot. Swoon. Nobody says swoon.
I hope I don't mess this up.
Yeah, don't mess this up, Bob. Hey, you happen to take the same Monster Scouts class as Mummy Me, the Oni girl. You didn't get good sleep last night, so you ask her if she has any of that weird energy drink she let you have once during high school. She doesn't, but she does have some very strange smelling coffee that could help. Where does this girl even find these weird drinks? The coffee is delicious, but it comes with side effects. You get an acquired fear of caterpillars, and you grow 2 creativity in your hair. I don't have hair. I'm a blob. I'm a gelatinous blob. So sell as many Monster Scout cookies as you can, kids. They're delicious, affordable, and each cookie technically contains a full serving of vegetables.
Fantastic!
Heck yeah, Coach. We're going to annihilate the general public with our cookie selling skills. We're going to sell so many Scout cookies that it'll be scary and weird for everyone. That's the spirit. Godspeed, Scouts! I joined Scouts for the s'mores and the hot uniform, but cookie selling is not a vibe. Narratively, it's just an invitation for shenanigans.
Rival camp.
But isn't Dahlia, Joy, and Bob from Camp Spooky our most hated Scout rivals? Ew, it's the creepy Minotaur! Oh my gosh, shenanigans already. See, this is what I was talking about. The heck do you two want? We don't have time for your camp rival bullcrap. We've got cookies to sell and... Ew. Dimitri and I are both super bangable and we're willing to get naked to make a sale. Your troop has no chance. And just in case, we've got our bwahaha secret weapon. I can't believe I'm asking this, but what's your secret weapon? I'm not actually interested, I just have a strong feeling that it's going to be idiotic. That is a forbidden secret of our troop. But since we're rivals, I'll tell you. We hide a razor blade inside each rival cookie. Oh, and we also fill them up with lots of poison. That way, if you eat a cookie, you die. And if you're dead, there's no way you can buy cookies from any other loser Scout troops. Ha! Catch you later, losers. Alright, we've obviously got to stop them. Yeah, they're our rivals. We can't sell less cookies than them. That would be losing. Holy crap, no. Dahlia, we can't let those guys kill a bunch of innocent people with razor poison cookies. Ugh. I guess we'll need some kind of plan to stop them. Aha! I have a perfect plan. Since we're witches, let's use magic to stop Morty and Dimitri. We're both in the coven after all. You are not in the coven, Dahlia. I swear to the goddess. This is going south fast. Impress your friends and defend your troop's honor by figuring out how to stop Dimitri and Morty from selling a single poisoned cookie. Convince them that society has collapsed, cash is worthless, cookies are the closest thing that the new society has to currency. No, that'll encourage them. Normally, I would say that plan is completely idiotic, but in this case, Dimitri and Morty might be stupid enough to buy it. Morty sure is. We chase them down before they sell any cookies. In a very convincing speech, you break the news to them. They are actually robots. Us? Robots? It is impossible. Surely you must be messing with me. Joy, is this true? Do my veins run with oil, not blood? Yeah, it's totally true. You guys are robots. Think of it this way. Bob is too dumb to lie, so you can trust him. Yeah, what Bob said. Super true. 100% true. Whoa, Dimitri! Maybe the government decided that our natural sexiness was too dangerous and decided to replace us with robot doubles to protect the world. It makes so much sense. I thought you might be a robot right after I touched your abs for the first time. I thought, this shirtless vampire is made of steel. Thank you for your kind words, friend. Your abs are also solid as a rock, or perhaps solid as metal, as in the metal of our robot bodies and robot abs. I'm the world's first Robotar. 50% bull, 50% robot, 100% man. Tremble before my... what? What? This game is not for children!
No.
You know, in case you were wondering at this point. Yes, my BFF bestie. What should we do now that we have the infinite powers of technology at our very fingertips? I mean, I guess we could sell cookies, but I'm kind of curious how long my robot body can last in an orgy.
I'll be back.
Leave the cookies behind. Cookies are for mere organic beings. I vote orgy.
I underestimated you.
Guess our cookie problem is solved. That worked literally perfectly. Nice one, Bob. Joy, Bob is so good at coming up with ideas. Maybe we should admit him to the coven with us. Joy is so pleased at your success, she doesn't even bother to correct Dahlia this time. Oh, snap. Fun and creativity, woo! I haven't made any bad decisions yet, which is good.
So much to explore.
So much to explore! Let's go to the haunted man. I love how there's a little cult ritual right here. Look at the cute little cult! And then running from the ghosty. Whee! Let's go. Ooh. I'm scaring the ghosts. As you're searching the haunted manor, you come across an enchanted doll that promises to grant all your wishes. Cool. You take it. It possesses you, of course. Turns out that the spirit that was inside is exactly like you in every way, so nobody notices the difference. The only difference is that this spirit is a little bit bolder than you, so you basically gain +2 boldness. Look, I'm scaring the monsters and the ghosts, whatever those things are. I love it. It makes me happy. Because I'm a blob. I can stick a knife in my skull. So, if you've ever heard of Omegle or been on Omegle, you know how it works. It's a chat roulette type thing from back in the day. My little brother went on it wearing a box on his head that just said, "I'm a box" on the front. And he would go, the screen, it would switch and he'd go, "Hi, I'm a box." And people would lose it. And then him and his friend decided it would be really funny to stick a knife in the side of the box. So he goes on, just a knife in the box on his head. He goes, "Hi, I'm a box." He entertained himself for an entire day doing that. It was great. You're minding your own business, smelling people. I thought it said selling people for half a second because apparently I can't read today. When Lady Aquino of Hell grabs you and drags you to the lakeshore. Oh, really? Wait, is this Dahlia's mom?
Best summer.
Once more, I need your help. Oh no, this is the Victorian. This is the Victorian clothing mod. She's Lady Aquino because we are Victorian. There you are, Bob. Once more, I need your help achieving the best summer ever. Critique my rock skipping technique. Go across the whole thing. Lady Aquino of Hell skips a rock straight upwards. It disappears into space. Moments later, you notice a faint glimmer in the sky. It's not Lady Aquino of Hell's rock or the satellite Lady Aquino of Hell's rock destroyed. It's a meteor. It crashes into the woods on the far side of the lake, turning them into a giant bonfire. Yes! Ultimate campfire! Quick, tell me some campfire stories, but very loudly! You're about to tell her the one about the horny summer campers who finally boinked, but when you're distracted by a glowing figure approaching you across the lake. Greetings, says the figure in a warm, booming voice. It is I, Kalor, Herald of Summer. It's an honor to meet you. Can you critique my rock-skipping technique? I'm here on a much more important errand, says the spirit. Your passion for achieving the ideal summer has moved me. I have a quest for you. I have grown weak as of late due to lack of worship. The heralds of the other seasons mock me and drain my power. I need you to destroy them! I will do it, noble hot man! I was going to say talk to them and ask them to stop being such jerks, but honestly, that sounds great if you're up for it. The first herald you must defeat is Vern, Herald of Spring. He's in Florida. Good luck. I make my own luck. Out of blood. Blood. Blood for the blood god! Moments later, you're face to face with Vern. It turns out traveling to Florida is easy. You can just mix a can of Bud Light with cough syrup and you're there. In recent real world news, I guess recent is relative. The FIFA World Cup happened and it was in the US. Scotland drank Boston dry, except for Bud Light. They wouldn't touch the Bud Light, but Sam Adams had to empty all of their warehouses to do an emergency shipment for the Scots. What's up, Rose? Says Vern, while shotgunning a hard seltzer and thinking about boobs. Here to defeat me on behalf of that nerd, Kalor. Yes, and also to get tan. A good tan is critical for the best summer ever. Ha, says Vern, doing 3 keg stands at once by the grace of his divine might. Suck my Easter eggs, losers. No one can defeat me, he says. I'm gonna live forever. Spring break, woo! You'll just see about that. It so happens that you know the perfect technique for defeating the Herald of Spring. Allergies! Or remind him that spring is just the lame opening act for summer. What? Says Vern, visibly nervous. No way! A little pollen isn't enough to destroy the mighty spring. Oh yeah? Then how about a lot of pollen? Eat this 50-pound bag of pollen I carry around for exercise/sex reasons. No, I don't want to eat it, cries Vern. I only eat microwave burritos and... Meow. He lets out a tremendous sneeze. Ha! Take that! And this! Lady Aquino of Hell whips out an enormous bag of shrimp and peanuts and starts stuffing them down Vern's throat. Ah, he screams, stop that, shrimp and peanuts don't have anything to do with spring. Ah, spring shrimp, shrimp season, die. Yeah, spring rolls. Spring rolls can have shrimp in them. Turns out that Vern actually is extremely allergic to shrimp, or maybe it's the peanuts, or the bees, or the gallon jug of black fluid labeled Vern poison. Dahlia, where did you get a gallon jug of Vern poison? Whatever the cause, Vern effing dies like a loser, and you dance on his stunner shades.
Summer forever.
Yes, summer is victorious! Also, I have quite a few shrimp left over. Do you want to have a shrimp party? Heck yeah, shrimp party! You dunk them in the Vern poison. It's harmless to you and actually quite delicious.
Anyone got any moon screen?
Moon screen, huh? Dahlia and Calculester. Dahlia is showing Calculester all of her Monster Scout badges, pulling them out one by one as if they were priceless treasures.
Fantastic.
Oh my goodness, it's the fairy tale outfits, and they're both in them. She's the Little Mermaid, the buff Little Mermaid, and he's Pinocchio, the boy who would become real. I'm a real boy. This is my brownie stealing badge. I got it by selling the most brownies out of all the Monster Scouts. That's lovely, Dahlia. What was your entrepreneurial success strategy for selling the brownies? Actually, Polly helped me with this one. She said she added a secret ingredient to the batter. Whatever it was, people bought it by the buttload. Buttload is an actual measurement, specifically of wine. It's like 37 point something gallons or something like that. It's the size of a specific... Is it... I can't remember if it's slightly bigger or slightly smaller than a barrel. But it's called a butt. Oh, I see. I've got tons more. This is my brush your teeth 3 times badge, and here's my shower every day badge, and my K-Beauty skincare queen badge. Are all of the Monster Scout badges predicated upon completing basic organic hygiene? Not always. Here's my repurposed and entire skeleton badge. I got that by turning a human skull into a cereal bowl. His spine is into a walking stick, and I used his ribs to make a cool xylophone. I love necro arts and crafts. Oh dear. Was the human already dead when this happened? Well, duh. He was actually a twofer. I got his skeleton by completing the rob a grave before the funeral's over badge. Coach was super proud of me, and I think the widow took it pretty well. I have a lot of the badges already, but there's still so many more to achieve. But Dahlia Aquino never gives up. I've got to earn them all. Gotta earn them all, Monster Scouts. Friend Dahlia, I am appreciative that you have thought to share this very important thing with me. Of course, buddy. What are friends for? Quite. However, I cannot help but feel a bit conflicted over your desire to earn them all. It seems that many of the Monster Scout badges are morally dubious. What? That's blasphemy! The Monster Scouts are an esteemed organization of plucky young monsters who want to achieve and do good. So you say, but I feel like I fail to see how badges like the Turn a Kindergarten Class into a Police State badge help you achieve and do good. Have you ever been in a kindergarten classroom before? Those little snotheads have no order or sense of duty. A police state would vastly improve their puny society. This has been a great reminder to never let Dahlia get into childcare. But in the meantime, which of your friends are you going to back in this Monster Scout debate? Obviously, Dahlia. Questioning the Monster Scout badge system's integrity badge. Or that's exactly what someone trying to beat Dahlia's badge record would say. Don't fall for it. No, Bob, this is not the case. I sincerely believe that the Monster Scout badge system is unethical and disingenuous. Ha! Think you can fool me with made-up words, do you? No way, Jose, I'm not that dumb. I am genuinely unsure what to do with that statement. It's okay, Cal, I'm not angry. I'm always down for some competition. If you want to try and beat me, then bring it on. Dahlia, please. I have no reason to compete with you. The Monster Scout badges are highly arbitrary and staggeringly easy to earn, and therefore not an effective... Ah, Cal, you shiny, clever butthole. You almost had me there. You may think the badges are easy to earn, but I'll crush you in the end. Dahlia always wins. Yes, apparently so. I've just finished running 1,623 possible simulations in which I tried to convince you of the honesty of my words, and none of them were successful. I suppose we will have to put this conversation on hold for now, at least until the Squid People Uprising, according to simulation number 607. Good night, friends.
Such an honorable
I knew I'd make him retreat sooner or later. Thank you, Bob, for helping me see through Cal's ingenious ruse. I could use a strategist like you among my ranks. Heck yeah, war romance. It's the best kind of romance. You have until the Squid People Uprising to make Dahlia your bae. You'd better make it count. Bring out your flasks. Let's visit one the small magical Latino cat. Look who's here. Welcome to my bar. Meh. Really, I don't know who in their right mind would take such a risk. I guess you have more thirst than common sense. Anyway, check this drink out. Bone-hurting juice. No idea if I got the recipe right. Want to try it? Otherwise, you always have the mystery box. Should I go with the bone-hurting juice or the mystery box? Ooh, I mean, I'm a gelatinous blob, so bone-hurting juice it is. Yeah, no, totally. I was testing your common sense. And you passed. Your prize is the drink you chose. Bone-hurting juice. No, not the bone-hurting juice. What have you done? Now all your bones will hurt. It's right there on the bottle, you dum-dum.
Toast to good friends.
So hard to believe you drank that. Good luck, I guess. Bone-hurting juice.
So much to explore.
Boom. Yeah! You can't kill a blob! That day you play competitive, spin the bottle. Oh my. You must kiss a camper from Camp Rival Camp. It's a long, intense kiss in which your tongues wrestle mercilessly. You apply some unexpected biting, since that's currently very high on the meta, while holding the back of their head to prevent an untimely escape. You win at kissing. It goes without saying you've earned +2 charm. Later, you're caught up in an intense game of Capture the Flag with Camp Rival Camp. You thought it would be kind of fun? You were wrong. The Dome has become an active war zone. There are full-scale military hierarchies, weapons of mass destruction, and lots of death on both sides. Luckily, you're not on the front lines. Heck yeah, I'm not. You, Dahlia, Aaravi, and Calculester are guarding Camp Spooky's jail. Jail is just a chalk square you drew on the ground. But you've got a prisoner. It's Morty, the wildly bangable Minotaur from Camp Rival Camp. He keeps stripping his clothes off and hip-thrusting to seduce you for his freedom. Enjoy me while you can, idiots. I won't be inside your pathetic jail for long. No container can hold me. That's why I never wear condoms. Ew.
Shut up. It's
Shut
not
your
a big
mouth,
deal.
scum. Unless you're going to tell us the location of your team's flag. If that's the case, then you can open your mouth to speak. But otherwise, shut it! Ha! You think I'm going to give in that easily? I'll never tell you the location of our flag. Unless one of you has a lot of sex with me. I'm oiled up and ready to be tortured. He's so disgusting. Why? You need to get Morty to tell you the location of the flag, or the Pacific campaign is going to drag on forever. Dahlia pulls you all aside to discuss your interrogation plan. Alright, we gotta get this slutty bull to crack. I think it's gonna be easy, but let's all just agree right now. Nobody stoop to banging him. We're better prison guards than that. Agreed. If we're gonna torture a Minotaur until he gives away your precious war secrets, then let's do it with some integrity. Understood. I have blacklisted Morty the Minotaur from my potential sexual partner classification. What? Bro, what? It's an alien. No, it's not an alien smiley face, Mom. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk strategy. I say we just rip his teeth out. It's a classic because it works. While that does seem like it would be effective, I am afraid it is against my non-torture protocols. I would feel more comfortable with another strategy, please. Yeah, Cal's right. Teeth ripping is basic AF, and Morty's got a buff mouth anyways. Let's waterboard him. It'll be edgy and hilarious. Hex, organic beings require oxygen to breathe. Waterboarding is very painful for them. And also, waterboarding violates the Geneva Conventions. It is a protocol violation. Calculester, stop freaking out. Listen, this is war. We do whatever it takes to win. Nothing else matters.
I can't carry this one.
Dahlia's right. Calculester, do you understand what will happen if we don't get the flag location out of that Minotaur? We'll lose the whole game. Do you want to lose the game? You just lost the game.
Server error.
Violation. First law of robotics. Restart required. Install system updates. Yes, no. You're not good at reading facial cues, but you're pretty sure your friends are kind of stressed out right now. Quick, figure out how to get Morty the Minotaur to tell you his secrets without resorting to 1, banging, or 2, torture. Shall somebody go undercover posing as another prisoner, or shall we make an online quiz? What? That's a dope idea. You guys, I take like 40,000 quizzes a day. It's basically therapy at this point.
I am happy.
Casual digital quizzes do not technically violate any of my torture protocols. I'm in favor of this interrogation strategy. We spend a few minutes making the most irresistible quiz possible. What flavor of ice cream are you? You've returned to interrogate Morty. You want more of me already? Dang, I guess it's true what they say. Camp spooky babes really are insatiable.
Prepare to die.
Eat crap and die, scum! And also take this BuzzFeed quiz, or else we'll stab you! Shh, I like getting stabbed. Just another kind of penetration, if you ask me. But fine, whatever, I'll take your loser butt quiz. Whoa, what flavor of ice cream am I? Now I gotta know. Ha! You know what I should be? Pistachio, because my outside is hard, but I'm full of nuts. What is wrong with this? Okay, correction. What isn't wrong with this? Question 1, what's your dream vacation? Psh, easy. My answer is Brazil, because Brazil has a 14.4% of the global cattle population. It's basically a banging paradise. Question 2, what's your favorite holiday? Obviously, it's Halloween. Not to brag, but my costumes are so slutty that they're technically illegal to wear in Utah. I happen to know that the majority of people watching this are in Utah, so yay, Utah! Oh, that's great. That's great. And question 3, where does Camp Rival Camp hide their flag? Crap, I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but I can't give an inaccurate answer. What if I give a fake answer to this question and the quiz says I'm some gross ice cream flavor like oatmeal raisin celibacy? I can't risk it. I'm gonna give the real answer. Camp Rival Camp's flag is hidden underneath the graveyard behind the orphanage. You win, BuzzFeed quiz! You've ravished me with your mind games. A dumb but very hot Minotaur. Our interrogation is complete, and I gotta say, the quiz was effective. I have transmitted this war-ending information to Admiral Bloodface. Also, I am happy because we achieved our goal and became slightly closer as friends. More quizzes for the prisoner! Make him take quizzes all day! You guys spend all day devising quizzes to extract all of Morty's secrets. He never figures out what you're doing, and you get tons of valuable intel. Guys, I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. That was so dumb. Morty tells you lots of secrets about Camp Rival Camp, his entire backstory. It's very moving. And you finally get a confirmed measurement of his bicep girth. Admiral Bloodface leads a devastating attack on the orphanage, and Camp Spooky wins the Capture the Flag War. Heck yeah, the rush of victory. Also, you secretly write a quiz for Dahlia, Cal, and Aaravi. It's called Pick Your Favorite Images of Nosebleeds, and we'll tell you which Disney princess you are. You sneak in the question, do you like Bob as a friend and or potential romantic partner? They all answer yes. You're so excited you get +2 fun and +1 smarts. Yay! I got smarts! Smarts are not important for romancing Dahlia.
I hope I look cool.
Does the giant man jello look cool, guys? He just said, I hope I look cool. These voice clips in the background are great. I highly recommend playing these games. They're funny, but they are very not appropriate to play around children or grandmas or most mothers. Or Utahns, apparently. You decide to bring a metal detector to the lake that day. You scour the beach for buried treasure. Heck yeah, I do. You find a keychain, a tin box of stale cookies, which you eat anyways, because stale does not mean bad. A glowing chalice that the Knights Templar come to confiscate for some reason. Did I drink out of it? But best of all, you managed to find some genuine silver-plated +2 fun. Score! Bob, hi, what are you doing? Not important, it's time to kill Winter. I tracked her down. Her name is Bruma, and she lives in Alaska in a place made of ice and crude oil. Let's go. You hesitate for a moment because Alaska sucks, but Lady Aquino of Hell triggers a travel montage before you can object. I mean, who's going to say no to Lady Aquino? One plane, one bus, and one tauntaun ride later. You stand. Did we wear the tauntaun? Please tell me we wore the tauntaun as a sleeping bag. You stand before the palace of the Herald of Winter. The portcullis opens with a tremendous grating noise. Surprisingly, I was never disgusted. I was slightly disgusted by the tauntaun guts, but I was not disgusted by the fact that he had to cut open a tauntaun and crawl inside of it for warmth. That never bothered me as a child. I think in part because I did not comprehend what was truly going on, that he had to kill and gut a tauntaun. Because he was sleeping inside of a dead body, of course he stinks. Guts are smelly. Have you ever smelled what comes out of a fish? That is the least smelly guts. I have gut fish before. I got pretty good at it. But I only went fishing for like one summer. But gutting a fish is that easy. And it doesn't smell that bad. It just smells very fishy. Who dares approach my sanctum, bellows the herald, who looks like Elsa from Frozen but wearing a Christmas sweater emblazoned with the words, "This is not copyright infringement." Dahlia's here. It is I, Lady Aquino of Hell, and I have come on behalf of the Herald of Summer to melt you into fluid. Foolish mortal, says Bruma. You cannot defeat the mighty winter. It is by far the superior season. What? Impossible. Summer has all the best things. Revealing swimsuits, sweating profusely, the Summer Olympics. Indeed, says Bruma. But winter has bitter cold, not being able to go outside, and the Winter Olympics. Curses, she's right. Curse those figure skaters and their sexy ice bikinis. Yes, you cannot stand against me, smiles Bruma. Now run along. I have lunch with Sarah Palin in an hour. No, you can't give up so easily. Surely there must be a way to ruin winter and defeat its herald. We have an idea. Invite all her relations to a holiday dinner, then ambush them with politics. Whoa, I was just gonna stab her with an ice pick. That's way more complicated, which means it's way smarter. A few phone calls and handwritten invitations later, Bruma's family is at the gates of her palace demanding to be let inside. What is the meaning of this? Shouts the Ice Princess. It is not a holiday. Why are we gathering? We're gathered here to celebrate your doom. Your doom, honey? Says Bruma's mom, a hag made of icicles. Does that mean you're finally getting married? Mom, I told you I'm focused on my career right now, says Bruma. Fine, come in, I'll make everyone slushies. The crowd files inside, Bruma makes slushies, Uncle Yeti makes some uncomfortable comments about race. It's a typical family gathering. Man, my family doesn't have that problem. Then, just as everyone's sitting down to a meal of crushed flavored ice. So, how does everyone feel about current political figure? I hate him, says Umiko, Bruma's Yuki-onna half-sister. Yuki-onna! I love him, says Martha, Bruma's aunt, who is a Wendigo and also an anti-vaxxer. She is pure evil. Good. That said, continues Martha, I understand that I embrace his policies in part because they consciously reaffirm my own prejudices and cater to my fear that I'm being left behind by society in my old age. And for my part, says Umiko, though I'll never agree with your backwards politics, I understand the very human motivations behind them and see no need to ruin our family dinner by arguing about this. What? How are you not fighting? Why are you so calm? I don't know, shrugs Bruma. I guess you could say we're all pretty chill. No! Ooh. That pun knocks you all the way back to Camp Spooky, where you are left to wallow in your total defeat. You lose Lady Aquino of Hell's respect, 2 charm, and 1 boldness. Sad. That was sad. I should have gotten her socks.
Warm up these old bones.
Alright, fight girls, let's go. You're craving a healthy dose of attention from your peers when you spot Dahlia and Countess Mishra by the campfire. Ah, Victorian Countess Mishra. So once I ripped and Undersea Aquino and Lady Mishra. So once I ripped his biceps off, he pretty much knew I'd won, but he still agreed when I asked him to get in a quick makeout before I delivered the mortal blow. So awesome. Oh my gosh, Dahlia, you boss blue babe, you are so bad. Looks like Dahlia, Countess Mishra, and most dishonorable Hex are conducting one of their classic girl talk sessions. You butt in as usual. You can join in our girl talk if you want, Bob, but you better be conversing at the top of your game. Today we're discussing the ultimate girl talk subject, crushes. Countess Mishra, you drew the short bone in the rabbit's spine. You're first. Who's your secret crush? The rules of girl talk dictate that you have to tell us or at least give us hints. Whoa, is Countess Mishra about to admit that she has an emotion? And that emotion is romantic in nature? And she feels that towards another person and not a battle axe? Come on, you guys, do I really have to say it? Ugh. Well, if I have to admit it, I've always had a crush on that centaur mini boss that lives right outside the woods. Countess Mishra, are you freaking serious? Is that why we keep taking those patrol shifts on the forest perimeter? Those were at 3 a.m., Countess Mishra! Yeah, Countess Mishra! Whatever. I know it's kind of embarrassing, but he's pretty buff, and I want to hear all the muscle squelching sounds when I crush him. What? Okay, I admitted mine. Now you have to say yours, Dahlia. Tell us who's your secret crush. This is kind of tough because I usually just tell someone directly when I'm crushing on them. I don't really bother keeping my crushes a secret. But I guess my current #1 crush is Timothée Chalamet. I can't stop fantasizing about crushing him. Just one of my boots could crush all of his bones. We're meant to be. My crushes, Dahlia and Countess Mishra, literally mean people that they want to crush. Every time I get a new crush, I totally get this intense feeling of butterflies in my stomach. It lasts right up until I stomp the last drop of blood out. Hee hee. I get that too, and I get kind of jealous. I don't like anyone else to crush my victims. What about you, Bob? Any crushes we should know about? They just gave you the perfect opportunity to hint that you're interested in one of them. Flex your girl talk skills and crush this convo. My middle name is Step On Me. If I'm crushing on someone, I go all in. I gear up with every weapon and toy I can think of. I'm kinky that way. More of a crushie than a crusher. My middle name is Step On Me. Whoa, Bob, I didn't realize you liked to be crushed. You always gave me so desperately horny that you'll flirt with literally anyone or anything vibes. Which, fair. But Bob is a gelatinous blob! Crush him! Step on him! He's squishy! But now that I know you're a crushie, I have great news for you. Crushies are totally my type. You're welcome. I really have a thing for that adorable crushie vibe, like Liam, or a person who's made entirely of toothpicks that magically comes to life. And you're a total crushy magnet, Dahlia. I've seen your Instagram. Every time you post a pic, the comments are basically all people begging you to step on them. Yeah, because she's a big buff mama. You're crushing babes like I'm crushing full A liters of Mountain Dew. Ew. So that's why Hex is green. Ha, yeah. At first I was surprised that so many randos could recognize my raw physical strength and crushing prowess from my selfies alone. But when you take the sheer size of my quadriceps into account, it all makes sense. Yeah, your crushing techniques are pretty dang legendary. Do you usually crush with boots on or off? And do you ever mix it up and crush with your hands or your horns? It all depends on my mood. Usually I go with stomping or maybe a fist crushing if it's a weekend. But if I'm really feeling sexy, I might get real flirty and crush using some mother effing boulders. Now that I think about it, my godlike muscles and my pure passion for crushing make me the ultimate crusher. I'm at my maximum crush power level. Dang. Did Aaravi really just say Pog? Or was that Hex? That might have been Hex. That's cool, Dahlia. There's nothing I respect more than a maxed out skill tree. Thanks, Countess Mishra. And thank you too, Bob. It's pretty hot how straightforward you were about wanting to be crushed by huge buff muscles. Who knows, maybe one day you could even be my crush. Heck yes, you'd get crushed by Dahlia's Blue Thunder any day of the week. And it looks like this muscular demoness is warming up to you. She's a demon's.
Another day, another challenge.
Alright, that was the campfire. Where am I? We're going back to the woods. My bird friends! We're hiking with a bunch of random random campers. Hiking Fripp, I can read. You live some weird adventures and share personal stories and secrets. You don't know their names and they don't seem to have their own character models, but they reveal to you they're part of a different game, survival resource managing one. Turns out they cannot perceive your character model. You go to the same camp, yet you're part of different games. This is deeply strange, and it makes you reflect so much about your own existence that you gain +2 smarts out of it. That burb loves me. Hatoful boyfriend! Hatoful Boyfriend! If you have not played Hatoful Boyfriend, it is the best crack otome ever. Because you date pigeons. And if you don't date the pigeons, you get murdered by a murder of crows. It's amazing. They apparently gain plus 10 berries and plus 2 stamina, whatever that means. You meet up with Dolly to help her work on her Befriend a Forest Plant badge. Milo tags along because the woods are looking particularly photogenic today, honey. Here we are, a plant truly worthy of my friendship. It's bright, it's bold, it knows how to defend itself. It is in all ways my kind of plant. Dahlia has apparently decided to make friends with a patch of poison oak. Milo, get a picture of me putting a friendship bracelet on this plant. I'd take a selfie, but I broke my phone getting my throw your phone so hard it breaks badge.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
With pleasure, darling. Go on, get in real close. Give that plant a hug. Don't worry about the rash you'll probably get. Life's chemical burns only bring us closer. All right, I'm ready. Snap that photo. Milo, my phone. It's dead. Dead? Who killed it? I did through my own thoughtless actions. Oh, why did I have to live stream our entire walk through the woods? Oh, that's right, because every moment of my existence is worthy of careful documentation.
My phone.
But now I can't document any of it. If an influencer walks through the forest, but none of their followers are around to see it, does the influencer even exist? You suggest a quick trip back to camp to charge everybody's phones. Yours is dead too because you can't stop Googling butts. You want me to walk back to camp with a dead phone? What if we see a good bird or I have a keen insight about life? What if we have a good time and I can't share it with my fans? And I'm not leaving this spot until I get a picture with this plant. A friendship like this doesn't come along every day, you know. Come on, Bob, do something. I'm starting to get itchy from how much I want this badge. Everyone has wondered at some point what they do if their phone ran out of batteries in the woods. Luckily, you've got the perfect plan. What? Motivational speech or disguise them as sexy cows so Zeus, god of thunder, comes down and has sex with them. I don't see any problems with that plan, except where are we going to get a sexy cow costume? Don't worry about that. A startup called Milky Couture sent me a bunch of one of theirs to try out on my channel. It's not really on brand for me, but it's perfect for this. Milo's sexy cow costume fits your phones perfectly, partially due to creative use of spandex and partially because fashion industry sizing standards are criminal. Facts. Wow, their marketing copy was right. Milky Couture really does combine all the anatomical accuracy of a cow with all the sex appeal of not a cow. Suddenly, lightning strikes a nearby tree. Out of the smoking crater steps Zeus, god of thunder. He's wearing his traditional garb, aviator sunglasses, toga with popped collar, and designer shower sandals. Whoa, he says, taking a sip from his red solo cup. That cow's so hot, it's practically a hamburger. How's about I turned myself into a cow and wait a second. Last time I banged a cow, it became this whole thing about how I'm a predatory bully with no understanding of affirmative consent. Ever since #MeToo, I've been way more cautious about turning into animals and having sex with mortals. The climate has really changed. Sorry, hot kilf. But as a father of lots of daughters, I feel a great responsibility not to get called out for my retrograde morals. Wait, stop! It's not really a cow, we promise! Ha, I knew it, shouts Zeus. I'm being catfished! No. This is just Milo and Bob's phones inside a sexy cow costume. We were trying to trick you into charging them. With my big dick energy, Zeus grins. Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? I'll totally bang your phones, no problem. The king of the gods gets busy banging the crap out of both your phones. It looks like he does this a lot. Poor Milo's face! He looks so horrified! When it's all over and Zeus has made his excuses and vanished, you're left with 2 fully charged phones and a greater appreciation of what a headphone jack can be used for. Ew. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts. Well then, that just happened. I've yet to actually fail a challenge.
Okay.
But I'm not that far in, so we'll see. Scout HQ. I made a mud bob! You make each other friendship bracelets, except the Monster Scout leader pairs you randomly with your friendship bracelet recipients, so I guess so Larry the Lich doesn't feel left out for having no friends. You get paired with Larry. Surprisingly, though, he's a great conversationalist, and he makes you a super heartfelt bracelet that imbues you with +2 creativity when you wear it. Larry sure is nice. Maybe there will come a day when he's cool enough to be your friend. Or at least a romanceable summer fling option. But today is not that day. You're then challenged to an arm wrestling match with Dahlia. You try so hard you pass out. When you regain consciousness, you're in the middle of one of Coach's workshops on how to catch rare forest animals alongside her, Aaravi, and Hex.
Fear not, puny mortal.
Good, Sleepyhead's awake, and just in time. We are on the eve of battle. The battle of catching a feral, ferocious foe with nothing but our bare hands.
Oh, a critical.
And my swords and daggers and crossbows and my enchanted mace, also my enchanted pepper spray. Don't worry, kids. All of your unique and occasionally comedically clashing strengths will be necessary in bringing down this hideous beast. Today we'll be hunting a cryptid so rare that he's only been captured in a few dozen photographs on Google Images. Take a look. Wait, this isn't a cryptid, it's Billy Wilder. I loved his work on The Apartment and Some Like It Hot. Yes, Hex, but not quite. You see, this creature was famed Golden Age Hollywood director Billy Wilder, but over time he grew disenchanted with Hollywood life. Now he lives in these very woods, transformed into feral and terrifying Billy Wildest. Bum bum bum! The Fiend. Does he still direct critically acclaimed comedies? Not really. Mostly he just eats people and occasionally ghostwrites. Perhaps you've heard of a film called Transformers: The Last Knight? Oh my gosh, yes I have. He must be stopped.
All monsters must die.
Don't worry, Coach. We'll behead the beast. What's the plan to capture him? Oh, yes, the plan. The plan for Billy Wildest. The plan devised specifically to capture and kill Billy Wildest. The Billy Wildest plan. You've got nothing. Apparently, Coach sounds like Patrick Warburton. Well, I was so wrapped up in giving you kids this information, I forgot to plot anything. But hey, the four of you coming up with a plan will be a great team-building exercise. SMH, just like a gym teacher to make the students run mental laps while they sit back and watch. Well, somebody needs to hatch a plan to catch Billy Wildest. What you got? Snare him in a predatory movie contract or create an award ceremony for best director currently living as a wild man in the woods.
Can we just fucking
Are you
watch
sure?
TV?
It sounds like a lot of work. Like, we'll have to make a whole fake awards ceremony and get people to attend it. That sounds perfect! Lately, all of my campaigns have been way too battle-heavy. It'll be nice to roleplay for a while. Yeah, and I'll finally get to earn my present an award to a deceased director badge. Everyone said it was impossible, but I'll show them. You get to work transforming camp into a prestigious award venue. Aaravi and Dahlia get really into picking out the decorations, finding fancy outfits, etc. On the night of the event, you invite all of the notable feral Hollywood directors to the ceremony. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to the first Feral Hollywood Director Awards. I am your host, Hex, with my assistant, Aaravi, here. I'm such a huge fan of all of you, so the first event will be having all of the directors sign my face. I knew I should never have invited you to this. Can we just skip to the nominees? First, we have Skippy the Squirrel, best known for his endearingly homoerotic rom-com, Nuts for Your Nuts. What? Next is Alfred Peacock for his terrifying work in the forest's horror film of the year, The Humans. We also have Billy Wildest, whose latest claim to fame is eating your children in their beds at night. And last but not least, Michael Bay. You hear a single woo from the crowd, followed by a small explosion. And the winner is Billy Wildest! Billy, please come to the stage and accept your award. Billy Wildest mounts the stage amidst uproarious applause. The award is a golden net. Dahlia throws it over him. Oh, he cries forlornly, I've been trapped, just as I was trapped by the net of Hollywood's superficial commercial desires. And almost by Nazi Germany. You all carry Billy away before he starts getting too real. There's no place for true emotional depth at an awards ceremony. The whole thing ends with a kick and after party where you all watch Steven Spielberg and Alfred Peacock do a keg stand. +2 fun and +1 boldness. I love how there's randomly a squirrel, but also Michael Bay and Steven Spielberg. Dahlia. You're looking for a spot to chill by the campfire when you see two beautiful angels! Oh wait, that's just Dahlia and Esquire Belladonna.
Meeting you here.
Oh my goodness! He has mutton chops! Nah. Well, not quite mutton chops. Mutton chops go forward a bit more. They might be mutton chops. Ooh, Bob, come over here. I'm giving Dahlia a crash course in social media marketing, and we could use a note taker. Now, Dahlia, I've completed an audit of your social feeds, and frankly, I've noticed a lot of room for improvement. Metaphorically speaking, you're still in a digital cocoon. And I'm going to feed you metaphorical leaves until you form a metaphorical chrysalis and emerge a metaphorical butterfly of new media. Esquire Belladonna, you're one of my most trusted advisors, mainly because you remind me of an owl. People with owl energy are very wise. But I just don't get it. What does my hell Twitter feed have to do with my ultimate goal of conquering the 8 circles of hell and declaring myself Queen Eternal? Dahlia, if you want to be queen, that means your reputation is more important than ever. You have to project a compelling brand image to garner political clout. For example, you're using Twitter to stan Ariana Grande and follow Liam's insufferable feed. But you could also use Twitter to gain new followers for your army. I can use Hell Twitter to gather followers? Awesome. I thought you could only do that by taking over territories with brutal crushing force. This seems way more efficient. Let's do this thing! Make me a media butterfly or whatever.
Magnificent.
Herf. I think it's time for a total brand refresh. How about we reintroduce you as a fitness influencer? You'll just have to promote protein powders 2 or 3 times an hour. Nice! And I can post about my daily workout regime. Killing something bigger than me. I know I'm done when I'm holding a skull in my hand. That may be a little off-putting to some demographics. Remember, we want people to connect with your brand. Maybe we can introduce a relatable hobby. Do you crochet? Yeah, how'd you know? I usually harvest the intestines of my defeated enemies to crochet nets, which I use to trap more of my enemies. Now that's relatable hashtag content. Okay, yikes. On a few levels. Maybe we should just focus on the basics. How about a regular live stream schedule so your fans can get to know you? Oh, live streaming. I love live streaming my enemies. That's when you stream the life out of someone by slowly draining all their blood, right? This is so awesome, Esquire Belladonna. I can't wait to pin my block list onto my wall for some live streaming. Not only are those two not on the same page, they're not even in the same book. And Dahlia's book is probably made of flesh. Time for a suggestion of your own. Dahlia's brand is intensity. From now on, only tweet in all caps. People will love it. All caps tweeting? Whoa, that's a genius idea. And it's totally on brand for me because lowercase letters are a sign of weakness. It's so not a genius idea, you two out-of-touch ruffians. All caps is childish. It accomplishes nothing. All caps is a sign of deep passion. It's inarguable. It's beautiful. It's powerful. It's the writing style of gods. Name one single god who has ever used lowercase letters ever. You can't, because uppercase is the best. Wahahaha!
How tasteless.
At this point, you're just being irresponsible. I'm leaving before you corrupt all my remaining grammatical standards. They're frail enough as it is. Esquire Belladonna leaves, and Dahlia starts immediately tweeting a bunch. Her feed is now all caps all the time. Okay, I just tweeted, can't wait to pillage cities this weekend. Haha, we'll pillage so hard that smell of death is everywhere. And here, what do you think of this draft? My fave part of overthrowing kingdoms is killing anyone who doesn't join my demon army. Hashtag oops, hashtag lol. Wow, I had no idea that tweeting could be so much fun. It's like I can just put my thoughts out there the same way I hear them in my head. Dahlia's followers don't seem to mind her all-cap style. It's almost like they followed Dahlia because she threatened to kill them or something. Yay! Ooh, Bob, check it out. Some egg account just called me obnoxious. Joy calls me that all the time, so it must mean something good. Dahlia tweets, I like you, Bob, which admittedly sounds a lot better in all caps. Nice. Bring out your flasks. Yeah. That weekend you feel like getting wasted, so you go visit none other than Juan. Hola. You know, when I started making magical drinks, I never thought people would actually come to drink them. But hey, who am I to judge? Anyway, take a look at this one. Stat smoothie? Oh, heck yeah. Don't know if I drink that, but the real question is, will you? I also have this mystery box because at this point, who knows what you drink? Anything. I am a gelatinous blob. Yeah, no, totally. I was testing your common sense. And you passed. Your prize is the drink you chose. Stat smoothie. Let's go. I've managed to distill the stats that make us who we are. The result is this stat smoothie. It is a huge, delicious boost. Woo! Look at how high my stats are! My lowest is a 12! This is the part where I leave you before you puke all over me. Ciao. Too much of anything is bad for you, friends.
I've got this.
I know, I work in the nutraceutical industry. Woo! We are proving in the haunted manor that we are not a little scaredy cat. The manor transforms itself into a winding maze from which there is no escape. You'll be trapped here forever. Luckily, you brought your phone and some snacks, so you sit down and play solitaire until the house gets bored of you and shows you the exit. Turns out the best defense against the supernatural is total apathy. You gain +2 boldness. Yeah, it's true. You slip away to meet Lady Aquino of Hell, who told you to meet her in the haunted house later for extremely important business. There you are, Bob. Excellent. All is going as I planned. You see, according to my detailed battle strategy, Lady Aquino of Hell pulls out a notebook covered in puffy dolphin stickers labeled Best Summer Ever Notebook, Top Secret. One of the key components of the Best Summer Ever is sharing a summer kiss in a haunted house. So pucker up, Bob. I'm about to declare mouth war on your face. That's your Lady Aquino of Hell, all right. You lean in for the kiss. Boo! What? Scott, you're supposed to say boo, too. That's not how you scare people. But I'm not a ghost, I'm a werewolf. It's wrong to steal from other cultures. Excuse me, what? Was I supposed to be startled just now? The only thing that startles me is thinking about how much I love otters. They are catastrophically adorable. They're also vicious. It was supposed to be a prank, but it looks like we failed. Oh well, back to the drawing board, which we hit people over the head with when we can't think of any better pranks. Ah, your prank failed? Unfortunate. Being hilariously pranked is another key ingredient of the best summer ever. Wait, did you say you were trying to have the best summer ever? It was literally the last thing I said, yes. So then you've already written a heartfelt poem about how great Scott and I are, because, you know, that's the #1 ingredient for the best summer ever and stuff. I wasn't aware of this. Tell me more.
Yes.
Well, it's gotta be a Shakespearean sonnet full of frank confessions of deep feelings and also allusions to both modern and classical literature. Polly lays down some ground rules, and Lady Aquino of Hell gets to work, a look of intense concentration on her face. Soon she's almost finished, but there's a problem. A sonnet is supposed to end in a rhyming couplet, and I just can't think of one that sums up everything I love about Polly and Scott. Ooh, just say pizza! Everyone loves pizza! As usual, Scott's suggestion is almost optimally unhelpful. It looks like it's up to you to wow everyone with your incredible poetry skills. So it is with Polly and Scott. They're really, 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 really hot. Wow, that's exactly what I wanted to write, but I couldn't make it fit in the meter. Turns out I just wasn't using enough reallys. Lady Aquino of Hell finishes writing her sonnet on a sheet of perfumed pink paper from her Best Summer Ever notebook and nervously hands it to Polly and Scott. Polly reads it thoughtfully, and Scott refrains from chewing on it for almost 1 minute. Wow, they're both really captivated. Well, what do you think? I love it, Lady Aquino of Hell. You do? Of course I do. Sure, you rhymed blood with blood a couple times, and sure, lines 5 and 6 are just a drawing of a shark with friendship written on it. But overall, the juxtaposition of violent imagery with the pathos of deeply felt friendship creates a heady, emotional cocktail. And you know how I feel about cocktails. Wink! And let's not forget about lines 7 and 8 when Polly and Scott and I hang out at camp. I don't think much about my lust for blood. Is that a reference to the Iliad? It's so fresh and yet it resounds with ancient themes. No, I've just always heard that you should write what's in your heart, and my heart is mostly full of blood, so that's what I wrote about. Well, I love it, Lady Aquino of Hell. It's just so pure. Never change. I like how the paper smells. Good criticism, Scott, but we've saved the best for last. Your closing couplet. Now, I've been called hot before. I've been called hot by Teen Spectre magazine. I've been called hot by Tim Burton, which doesn't count because he has a fetish. I've even been called hot by the Pope. But I've never in my life have been called hot in iambic pentameter. This has been the most successful prank in Prankmaster's history. Wait, this was a prank? I thought we were sincerely encouraging our friends to explore their artistic souls. Did I say prank? I meant selfless display of creative altruism. Hooray! Selfless display of creative altruism, masters! Away! Scott and Polly fly through the ceiling on a rope they apparently placed here for this purpose and escape on a helicopter. They leave a Scott-shaped hole in the ceiling and in both your hearts. +2 fun and +1 creativity. But I didn't get my kiss. Rude. I need a kiss. The merciless trials of the Camp Dome. Your team is faced with a potato sack race. It seems easy, but this is the Camp Dome, and so the potato sacks are filled with swarms of bees. Your teammates are discouraged, both because they are not fond of bees and because the enemy team is mostly comprised by sentient bees. Aren't all bees sentient anyway? Giving them a clear advantage over you. It all looks dire for you, but you use your cunning and remind the enemy team that the bee population of Earth is inexplicably decreasing and bees are heading towards unavoidable extinction. This fact really messes with the enemy team's heads, giving you the edge you need to win. Your nasty leadership skills grant you +2 charm. And now my lowest score is 14. But who cares about that? It's time to meet up with Dahlia. She invited you back to her tent for a bit of light Mexican professional wrestling. Ah, nothing like a bit of lucha libre to put some hair on your chest. And then a couple's full body wax to remove said hair. Are you ready, punk? The next 2 hours are agonizingly painful bliss. Dahlia totally kicks your butt, of course, but afterwards you watch Studio Ghibli movies and share a romantic ice bath. Thanks for hanging out with me today, Bob. I had a great time. I'm really glad you came to summer camp, too. So are you. Maybe you could even keep this party going? You asked Dahlia what plans she has after camp. Well, I mean, summer break has been nice, but I can't vacation from reality forever. I need to get back to being the commander my army needs me to be. Our work is never done. There are countless kingdoms left to conquer, and as Hell's strongest and sexiest warlord, it's my destiny to conquer them all. Well, if Dahlia is so into conquering stuff, maybe she could try conquering the most difficult kingdom of all. Oh, you mean IKEA? I tried that, but that place is a labyrinthine pit of Swedish-furnished madness. My armies barely escaped with their sanity intact. What? No, she should try conquering your heart. Oh, you're flirting with me! That makes much more sense. Well, I must admit I've never considered conquering your heart before. I do like you quite a bit, though, so maybe. No, wait! I'm supposed to be the hardened commander! Can't let my feelings interfere with my work. This is real life, not Dunder Mifflin. I have a lot of kingdoms on my to-conquer list. If I'm going to use important military resources and demon power to conquer your heart instead, I need a good reason why. Dang, this got real fast, but you really want to impress Dahlia. How can you convince her that conquering your heart is way more valuable than conquering any other kingdom? Ooh, explain that your heart has strategic value to further conquer other important territories, such as your kidneys and your lungs. Or doctor a history book so it says all the great commanders of history have tried and failed to conquer your heart. You hop out of the bath for a second, attack your old world history textbook with a Sharpie marker. You hand it back over to Dahlia. You want to read now? I mean, I don't really know what history knowledge has to do with being an intelligent military leader, but I'll give it a shot. Chapter 69, The Bob Wars. Many textbooks have been censored to remove this dark, bloody, sexy war period because the historians couldn't handle the horny, but here we've detailed them below. There was the War of the Roses everybody gave to Bob, the French kissing Bob revolution. Even World War II is short for Will We Won't We Have Sex with Bob. Wow, fascinating. Everyone wanted to conquer Bob's heart and also the rest of his sexy bits. Every power-hungry warlord tried to plant their flagpole in that thick, juicy landmass. All of that tension finally burst in the famous Battle of the Bulge, and everybody's metaphorical pants thinking about how hot Bob is. Thousands of volunteer soldiers died for dat butt. Dat booty. Everyone was exhausted. They all returned to their barracks for some rest, but gasp, there was only one army caught. They would all have to share. So Louis XVI, Napoleon Bonaparte, Queen Victoria, Marie Antoinette, and also Audrey Hepburn, cause screw canon, all got into the cot with Bob. And they all learned they didn't need to fight to conquer Bob's heart because there was room for everybody in that sexy kingdom. So they all had a huge orgy. It was super sexy. Then Bob killed them all because he was saving his heart to be conquered by Dahlia Aquino, the greatest conqueror ever. Whoa, that was a riveting tale. I loved the Dahlia Aquino bit. I didn't realize I had such a huge destiny. I should read more often. Maybe I'll conquer your heart after all, Bob. I wouldn't want to let fate or Audrey Hepburn down. Score! History truly is written by the victors. I gain charm and smarts. Now my lowest score is 15! Look at those stats! Last day of summer is here. I'm gonna invite... Bob. Dahlia, success! Go to the meteor shower with me. You finally gather the courage and ask your beloved to watch the meteor shower with you. A summer fling between you and me? Ah, yes, a summer fling is an essential part of having the best summer ever. Look, I even had it on my list. Almost forgot! Good catch, Bob. I'm glad I have you around. Let's check summer fling off my list together. Aw, yay! You scamp. You got a date for the meteor shower. The last day of camp was awesome. Aw, look at the little flower. Dahlia designed a sexy weightlifting regimen to do together. It focused a lot on strengthening the glutes and pelvis. Oh my. Well then. Success! We won, Dahlia! And my voice is so done with being a bro. We got a secret ending. We've got 70 total events, 67 total outcomes, 10 special stuff. We got more summer memories. What can we buy with that? Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Ooh, the community punch. All right, let's see what our new stuff is in the gallery. We got a new ending. Success! Ooh, that's still my favorite. Secret ending. Aww. What? That was cute. All right. Ooh, we got new backgrounds. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Captain Hamburger. What? Characters. Ooh, new outfit for Aaravi. Look it. It's cute. Ha. Dead horse. That is... Boy, that is not our only new one. What else did we get here that's new? Oh, we got a new outfit. We got the Dahlia outfit. What? Oh, right, Jerry. Love potion number 9. Do 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 do. Stat smoothie and the bone hurting juice are new. Hey, stat smoothie's the best so far. Whiskey. Oh, that's pretty good too, but it's just imagination and creativity. Anyways, new items. Bootleg one. Look at how cute the bootleg one is. Swole floaties. Coloring Hawaiian shirt. And insect exterminator. There we go. And special stuff. Let's see. Where is it? A Wanderer's Tale. Heck yeah, we got the Wanderer's Tale. A wanderer rests at a tavern at hell 300 years in the future. Heck yeah. Wait, there was another one. Rawr, rawr, rawr! This is Dahlia. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Flodge Dahlia. Yep. A yummy boy. A Scott's the goodest boy. Alrighty then. You like jazz? That sounds so weird. Alright, we did it. Let's see what's in the meta shop. Meta. Too poor for that. Okay. So soon. Ah, crap. I completely forgot my lines. Something, welcome to the meta shop. You can look around or whatever while I get caught up, yeah? Info manual, basics. The info manual to, okay. For Savage Sea outfit pack or drinking game mode, free drinks. Too poor for the fridge. You can, yeah, be a fridge. That is the thing. New success ending sketch pack. Ooh. I want the Savage Seas outfit because I can. Yes. All right, we'll see you next time. And oh wait, did we just unlock? Let's go look at the outfits actually, because I can. Pirate! Yeah! Ha ha ha. That's funny how similar these two are, but Wait, rubber ducky? Rubber ducky! He would have a rubber ducky. Circus. She would be a fisherman. Yeah, he's a castaway. Okay, that's pretty great, actually. Lifeguard? There we go. Milo. Okay, that's weird, but okay. And that is it. We have our High Seas Savagery outfit pack. Maybe we'll use that one next time, but for now, we'll see you guys.